I clicked the live button, the stream button, so hopefully it'll kick in. Receiving your content. And we are live. What's up, YouTube? This is Heartless, and I am back with another video. And my apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back in the mausoleum. We are back, and we back as far as chopping off heads. I got T Reaper in the building, and my boy Cray Simmons Gaming TV. Fellas.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is T Reaper. Just checking if I can hear myself real quick.
Yeah, we had some crazy technical difficulties. Those ponies out there don't want us out there. They don't want us out there spreading the word. They don't want us.
Okay, I can hear myself. All right, sweet.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
We're good now. Okay, fine. All right. Cool. Back to my intro. Okay, so yes. T Reaper, I've had some fun. I've had some fun activities this past week. I uploaded a channel update. You guys want to see me kill the Millennium Falcon on the Battlefield beta, and I will give you my personal opinion, what I actually think of that beta, even though I haven't played the full game yet, in this live stream. And for everybody who likes the content, our sense of humor, leave a like, and we'll be dropping some decent L's in this in this show tonight, and it will be very funny. So it will be very amusing. So on to you, Hollywood.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cray Simmons Gaming TV, and been playing a lot of Cuphead. Had to take a break, come into the mausoleum. Getting tongue tied now. That's some Heinekens. But let's talk about some gaming. Let's get it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. So the first topic that we did before we had to shut it down was no more Andrew House for Sony. Bye. That sucks. Yo, Andrew House, I bid you the best of luck, man. And I know you ran Sony for 27 years. I'm gonna miss tweeting you, man, because that was so much fun. And I really hope that my tweet did not make you depart Sony so fast. I really hope that did not make you go. I hope that did not make you quit. I hope I hope you realize you supported a garbage product for 27 years. You had to quit. And good luck to the next guy who takes your place, because he's got fun activities on his Twitter feed. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And good luck to the next guy, because we hope he can bring what Andrew House did to Sony, because he was there a very long time.
Oh yeah, he was there for a long time, and he left 4 weeks before the Scorpio. Before the Scorpio is arriving. It's crazy timing, people. It's crazy. This shit can't be coincidence. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, is 4K 60 really that scary? Is that that 130 something enhanced titles really that scary? I mean, I don't necessarily think it's that scary for him to quit his job for 27 years, but maybe they just weren't paying him enough. He was like going to Yoshida and be like, "Yo, Yoshida, you can't pay me enough to spout bullshit. It just doesn't work that way. I can't get paid enough to actually lie. To lie, you actually need to get paid more, and you're not paying me enough, so I quit. Goodbye." Oh, no, yeah. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. That's not the case. That would be bad, but that was.
Me personally, this is the way I look at it. Like I said, I don't get into all the who runs what. Only reason why I know Phil Spencer's name, because he's talked about everywhere. But basically, remember we had Castle when the PS3 launched, and it was flop out the gate. Remember how he was reportedly fired? Then he resigned, but he did get a job back. He ended up taking over the bigger step. But maybe it's because House and Cerny, when they came up with this Pro idea, maybe they saw now with what the X or Scorpio back then, what it's really going to be capable of. They realized they fucked up. And you know how the Japanese do back in the day, you had to do the ritual suicide. Can't do that no more. So I guess his ritual suicide was just retiring, because like I said, no jokes about suicide and nothing like that, but in all honesty, man, that's why I didn't buy the PS4 Pro, because from what they were showing, it's still running PS4 graphics. It's just giving you the higher resolution. Like, I love bragging on Horizon Zero Dawn. But the Pro doesn't give you no better textures, no better graphics, the frame rate. It's all still 30 frames. PS4, you just get a sharper image. And to me, that wasn't worth buying another $400 machine. Just like with the X, even the games are still running 30. Like say Destiny 2 still gonna be running 30 to what we looking at it, but they're gonna give you better graphics. They're gonna give you better textures. The Pro doesn't do that with every game. It does with the smaller titles and shit like that. But even The Last of Us, running on the Pro, it's still running. You can run it at an unlocked frame rate, but then it skips all around. You could tell when it's being forced over what it's supposed to be ran at. So that's my take on it. I think they realized they messed up, and Sony, they probably told them, look, motherfucker, you got to go. We'll find something else for you later, but thank you for your time, your service. They gave him a nice little severance package. I'm pretty sure he's going to be taken care of, but I think like with Sony, when you come up with a bad idea, you got to do that ritual suicide, man. In this case, it's retiring. And that's what I think happened.
Well, let me ask you guys this. What could Sony do to make Doom produce better?
Honestly, I think you got to fix that. That garbage PSN. To be perfectly honest, I think you got to fix that. I think you need to find something that defines PlayStation and not just to go off, God of War, Uncharted, and
the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. But see, it's different with Xbox though, because the Holy Trinity for Xbox works because their products are actually, it's proven that they're better. So it's like with Sony, they gotta make something of themselves that makes them, appealable and not so much garbage for it. But for all intents and purposes, because I haven't turned my PlayStation on for about 7 months. Man. It's just been sitting there collecting dust and being like a cup holder for my coffee every morning.
I'm looking at my PS4 now, and it's just like.
I don't plan to turn my PlayStation on until God of War 4 next June. So it's got a while before it turns back on. But I bet when I turn it back on, I'm gonna have to update the.
Oh, you have to update like a mug. I had to do a big update the other day. Apparently, they had one. I got Tekken 7 on. I got a new game on it, Tekken 7, and I do play it. But it's just
Sony. It would also help if Sony wasn't like on the verge of like going broke. That would also help them a lot. And you can't really help them in that decent quality because money is earned and you have to earn more money. So as much money as they're making with the PlayStation, it's just not enough to like warrant a whole bunch of stuff, especially if they start getting sued again. And Sony has that really bad habit of just asking people to sue them. He's just like sue us for this, sue us for that, sue us for this, sue us for that, and and they just lose money over it.
It's my thing with Sony though. Everybody wants to get on YouTube and post comments say Microsoft need to sell the Xbox brand. The Xbox brand is profitable. Sony need to spin off their PlayStation brand to a separate entity because, like you said, they're relying on the game side to carry the rest of the company as far as the TVs. I don't know if they, electronic, whatever stuff they make, movies.
The movie.
It can't do it because they got too much that's not making money. Because, we all know the Emoji Movie just broke box office records. So, they need, if any company need to spin off their brand, it's going to be Sony because the PlayStation brand is highly profitable. We can't argue. You can't deny it. They outselling Xbox 2-1. Kudos. I think a lot of that came from the messed up launch of the Xbox, but anyway, no one would say that.
You see, their TVs is too expensive. That's what's killing them. Man, and no one's buying their phones. The Xperia,
the phones not buying.
No one's buying that, and their TVs is just overly priced. I'm gonna be honest with you,
dude. I was at work the other night, right? And my homeboy me and him was talking. He's a PlayStation guy. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me a new 4K TV." Mm-hmm. So I was just bullshitting around. I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that new LG wallpaper TV." That was $1 one. Of course, my wife shut that shit down ASAP. She pulled the knee on me. She pulled the bat out and everything. Lucille, she shut that shit down. But I was showing him. He was like, I think I'm gonna get a Sony TV. I said, man, look at these prices of the Sony TV versus Samsung, and even hell, Vizio got a decent line. What is the P series?
Yep.
Yeah, and then you look at the Sony TVs. You paying for the name. I mean, it's crazy, man. But like I said, when I do upgrade my 4K TV, I am getting the wallpaper, but I'm not getting the 16. I probably will get about the one for the signature line. It's about $6,000 for a 70-inch. Of course, I'm gonna finance the fuck that motherfucker.
Hey, I'm looking at the LG OLED, the C6.
Well,
that's what
the
I'm
wallpaper is an OLED.
Okay.
It's thin like a damn pen. Like
I know what you're talking about. That bendable looking, real thin. Like
yeah,
real
you can roll it. Supposedly, you can't bend it because you don't put no creases in it. That'll probably break the circuit board.
right.
Whatever they're using in it. But I'm thinking about it, man. Because like I said, I got traditional TVs hanging up in the house now, and they pretty thin. But I got a movie room in my front room. I don't know how you was growing up, Heartless or Reaper, but my mama and my grandma, we always had a room where nobody allowed to sit in. It was just always nice, a white room or whatever the case would be. But we said we won't go do that. So my wife loved watching movies, so we turned our front room into a movie room. And I got a laser projector down there. It's 120 some inches. But we got a very nice couch set that I love sitting on.
Nice.
Then I got my entertainment room where I'm in now, where, I shoot pool down here, and this is where I got all my consoles at and stuff. But my couches are cheap because we spent all the money. The good set up there. So I was like, I want to sit on the good set and play the game, but you don't want to run that projector hours upon hours because once that bulb goes, you got to replace it.
Yeah, that bulb is expensive.
So that's why I said I'm gonna get that wallpaper. I can put that up behind the screen. So when I raise the screen up, I still got a TV. But my wife ain't letting me get the $16,000. She shut that down. That's the one I want though, just because of the fact of the price tag. I know it's being stupid, but that's
I seen it on Unbox Therapy. But yeah, that TV. I think he did a review on that TV.
But yeah, he didn't do he did the signature line.
Oh, he did the signature.
He didn't do I forgot whatever brand that $16,000. It's on Amazon. I was like, God dang.
Yeah.
But then of course, Sony got one $50,000.
Oh hell
I don't
no!
know.
See, that's what Sony go wrong with their prices, and they need to, honestly, they need to get rid of their cell phone line. Their cell phone line is just not there anymore. No one's buying a Sony phone. Everybody's it's either Apple or Samsung. You know
Apple,
what I'm saying?
Samsung. I got one friend that got a Sony phone.
Right.
One friend.
It's I don't even know anybody that has a Sony phone. Like it's crazy. It even like it's so crazy that Motorola don't even exist no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just Samsung just took over. I want to say Google too, but Samsung really took over.
Droids still exist.
They still exist.
Yeah, Droids still exist.
I'm talking about mainstream wise. The mainstream.
Yeah, but
mainstream wise, it's Galaxies and iPhones.
Right,
yeah,
Galaxies and iPhones. Yeah. But for us technical people, we know about the Google phones, and we know about
Pixel.
the
Microsoft phone.
Right.
I might be switching from iPhone to get the Pixel 2 look kind of nice. Because I was thinking about getting the iPhone X. I think I might get the Pixel 2, bro. The XL one.
Right.
I don't know. That sucker look nice, bro. And they all both in OLED display screens now. So
because they working with Samsung made they displays.
Yeah, and that's what Samsung, man. They're beasts with technology, bro.
Now I really feel like with Sony, they need to find a partner up with either Samsung or Apple, one of those guys, because their money is definitely running low. They need to get rid of, make some changes in different divisions like the cell phone and lower their fucking prices when it comes to televisions. Hell, even if let's say quote unquote the technology in their televisions just cost way too much money for them to lower their price as well, put cheaper parts in there so you could come down on your goddamn price. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like it is just you paying for the name and their overhead, because Vizio provides a lot of the shit that Sony TVs offer, and a lot of people sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
love my Vizios. Vizios are
me awesome. Too. I love Vizio. See, Vizio is the next best thing to OLED. The reason why I say that is because they have crazy local dimming technology. Like, you get rich rich blacks. Like it looks like the damn display is off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how crazy the black levels are, and not including with HDR on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the next best thing to OLED for those of you who don't have the fat enough wallet for the OLED displays. You know, and
you gonna pay for that OLED? God knows.
Yeah. You are. But here's the disadvantage of OLED. You can't really, like the brightness levels. You can't really turn it really high during the daylight. So if you watching a movie in the sunlight and it's a dark scene and you can't really see, you just gonna be blind like hell because the brightness levels don't go up that high on the OLED. So that's one of the cons about OLEDs, and a lot of people don't know that.
See, it's same thing with plasmas back in the day. That's why I went LCD and then LED when I upgraded to what I got now.
Right.
Because, like I said, my game room, I got damn fucking 6 windows in this motherfucker, man. And then when the sun is coming up, if I'm up in the morning and I'm down here, I got blackout curtains because the light hits these screens. You can say all they can say all they want about glare-free or reflection-free glass cake. No, that shit, man, that light hit that TV, it's gonna fuck your picture up.
Oh,
regardless.
And your games, forget about how your game's gonna look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's why I said we got blackout curtains, especially since me and my wife both work nights, but we got blackout curtains all over the front of the house to keep light out during the day. So we like vampires in this motherfucker. But
that's how I feel. I really feel like if Sony could find a partner with either one of those two guys and negotiate certain things, I really feel like and make some changes like Reaper was saying about the PSN, because PSN is bad. It's so bad that I'm so hesitant to put my fucking credit card on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand. Like when I renew my subscription, I just get a damn card, a trial card, and just
get a debit.
Yeah, you know, because
what is it? Rechargeable debit, reloadable.
Yeah, the reloadable is like, I really feel like they need to work on PSN, and I really feel like they need to work on some more games as well, because right now it's just a lot of the games that they got like exclusively, it just doesn't interest me.
They don't.
Yeah,
like you know, as people go crazy about Horizon, bruh. I played it, bruh. I played it. I bought it day one. Went out and got it. Couldn't wait. The game is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It looks beautiful. But if you played Tomb Raider and you played Uncharted, you played Horizon Zero Dawn. That's bottom line. You played
crazy. Now, Reaper, what the hell are you showing?
I'm evil. PSN is evil.
Oh shit! He up here making memes.
Hey, he got his meme.
No, that's my profile picture.
His profile picture.
That's my profile picture.
Yeah.
He got the laser eyes.
Yeah, he got the laser eyes.
This motherfucker here, bro. I said, man, look, Reaper scares me. He sent me a phantom text the other day. Play Halo, motherfucker. What? Wait, hold on, Reaper. No, I'm not gonna play Halo with you. You're not gonna kill me. He scares me.
That was awesome gameplay. I mean, I wrecked you and my friend at the same time, and it like legitimately only took like 10 minutes.
I'm still in my feelings that you didn't show when I got my few kills. You got show it all, man. Don't do half-ass. You got to show it all. You know,
I mean, it showed the final score. It did show the final score. It just didn't show you when you killed me because I don't show my deaths. But no.
Oh, he edited it out. That's crazy.
Yeah, I edited it out. Well, it was kind of funny because it was like I did a speech and then I couldn't show. The speech was like only 9 minutes long, and then the video was like 12 minutes. And I like to show the ending of the video rather than the beginning. So what I did is I clipped the beginning, and the beginning is where he got his kills. So that's where but by the time the video started, it showed that he had like 3 kills and I was like up by 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was funny. But
next topic.
No, it was a funny entertainment experience for me because I hadn't played Halo in like a month, and I was a little rusty, and my friend had never played Halo in his life, so it was like the guy that I gave my second tag to, he was playing with us, but he had never played that game in his entire life. So like, you know, playing that was like crushing noobs on Christmas morning. like all these miners gets Call of Duty on Christmas morning, and you've been playing it for like a month and a half straight, and you just crush all these Christmas noobs. That's what it felt like.
Well, like I said, I love Halo. Halo's more for me as far as the story. And then with what was it, ODST, or was it Reach when they introduced Firefight? I think it was ODST.
ODST introduced it Firefight, yes. And then
that's my thing. So that's what I mostly play, like with Halo now. What they call it, Warzone, when you get up with like 6 other people and y'all just fight waves of them and take out the captains.
I was arguing this like conversation in the Discord that I'm a part of. He like this guy like totally hates Halo 5. He despises it. He thinks it's like the cancerous game of like this generation, and he's never played it in his life. So like that was like,
awesome.
But he's complaining because he sees all these videos about how Warzone Firefight like has so many glitches and has so many problems with it. And I'm like, well, one, Warzone Firefight came out after launch, so it was an add-on, so it wasn't actually launched with the actual game. 2, Warzone Firefight is garbage anyway, so you shouldn't be playing it.
I like it.
And 2, like Mythic Warzone is like the godsend of entertainment on Halo 5, because if anybody doesn't know what Mythic Warzone is, it's basically the Warzone mode, but you automatically capped at the highest rank you can go at the start of the match. So all the high end burn cards that you can get, like all the high end weapons. So for example, like at the start of a match, I could automatically pick up a level 9 sniper rifle and just go to my favorite spot and start sniping everybody. And I could do that through the whole match as long as I had all those snipers. You know, I think Mythic Warzone should be a permanent mode, because that is a lot of fun, and that's a lot more thrilling than regular Warzone, because regular Warzone you have to rank up to get those weapons, whereas Mythic, it automatically gives it to you. But okay. I guess hard work is granted in any game that you play, so you gotta put that work in order to get that satisfaction, I guess.
Yeah, I fuck with Warzone. Like I said, that's pretty much. I mean, I play, get in and dabble with the multiplayer here and there, but the campaign's what does it for me, and I love the co-op. So that same thing with Gears of War 4. Like I don't beat it single by myself, but like the other day, me and my homeboy was playing Gears of War 3 the other day. We fired it up, played Horde on 3. It's just that's the way this gaming generation is going, man. Multiplayer, man. People don't want to admit it, but that's how it's gonna be, bro. That's the future.
Yeah,
because a story can only get you so far. Mm-hmm. Once you beat it, like you got people talking about, I played The Last of Us, and I done beat it 3-4 times, but you already know what's coming. You already know what's gonna happen. There's no excitement.
Right.
But with that multiplayer, you never gonna have the same outcome twice. You know what I'm saying?
Have you got how long have you guys had your Xbox Ones, just out of curiosity? Have you had it since launch, or did you get it later in the generation? Like, how long have you had them?
I got it a month after launch. I got mine in December. It launched November 22nd, wasn't it?
2013.
A week. 2013. I mean, what the date though? It came out
the 22nd, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so I got it.
Well, this is actually kind of a cool throwback for anybody who loves Xbox and wants to see what it kind of looked like back then. You have this photo. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's that's me on Xbox One launch night on my shitty Vizio with my flag in the background, and then this one is a year later with my AW Xbox One in 2014, and then this one is kind of cool because I got 2 versions of Halo 5. So I have the Halo 5. I had the Halo 5 Xbox One, and I had the Legendary edition of Halo 5. So I got the one with the big statues, which was really big. And then this is
I can't see them. Can't see them there, brother.
I can. They're right there. I can see them on my little icon screen. Wait, Harless, do you have to share the screen with everybody?
Yeah, I have it shared.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, no, all that I see right now is the Xbox One enhanced games, Forza 7, Assassin's
I
Creed,
changed
Gears.
it. I changed it. Click the live button.
Oh shit. See, I would say Craig Silvers. This is why I don't talk tech, because Craig Silvers is not a technical guy.
Yeah,
I like to play.
And then this one was the first S that I owned last year, and then this one, if you like Gears of War, is the one that's in my bedroom.
Nice.
So, and out of all of them, I only have these two S's left in my possession because I gave the friend that me and Craig played with on Halo, I gave him my Halo 5 edition. So, but it was I've had like 6 Xbox Ones. I've bought 6 of them. So it's like I've had 6 of them because my day one Xbox One died 6 months into.
Is that the 2 terabyte one?
The white one and the Gears of War one are 2 terabytes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the 2 terabyte white one.
Yeah.
I got that day one though.
I did too. Yeah, those were day one pictures. And I still use the white one during the day, and I use my Gears of War 4 one at night when I go to bed. And then when the X comes out next month, I'll be replacing the white one with the X on my 4K television, and then I'll be putting the white one in my bedroom, and then the Gears of War 4 one in my other bedroom. So the Gears of War 4 one probably won't get used unless I have parties.
If I show y'all, after the show, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my day one Xbox One. Let me tell you what I did. All right, remember the one main problem people was having with the launch Xbox Ones was something about the Blu-ray drive. You put your disc in, it sounded like it was grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to my OG one.
Yeah. So mine was it stopped ejecting the disc. So I was like, fuck. So I did the paperclip trick. Didn't work. So I said, well, I got the bright idea. My wife, she wears glasses, so she got the little small screwdriver sets and everything. So I decided to take it apart. And I'm watching the YouTube video on how to tear it down. I forgot who I was watching, but you pause it when you get to each little step what you about to do. If I would have watched it 30 more seconds, he would have told me, be careful when you take the case off because of that ribbon tape that hooks the face buttons to the motherboard so they work, i.e. the eject button, power button, the sync button. Watch that. So when I popped it loose, I just took it off and I broke all of that. So granted though, I took the hard drive apart, not the hard drive, the Blu-ray thing apart, got my disc back. It was Deadpool, obviously, so I had to get it. But it's working better than ever now. It's just I don't have the case, the top part on there, so it's like you could just see everything because it's a convertible. Because I got to order the ribbon tape so I can connect it back to the thing so you can watch, so you can put all the buttons back together so they can be registered now and shit. But it works better than ever. But it's just, man, it's ugly. It looks like a Frankenstein monster. But hey, it works. So my day one is still rolling strong, better than ever. So I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna put it in there, like I said, in the movie room, so we'll have a Blu-ray player there. So, and then I can still game when I need to and shit. So without having to move a console. So I'm good on that. Damn, this dude fucking me up right now. I'm playing Killer Instinct. Hey, look, not to change the subject, but what y'all think about KI 4K first fighting game? 60 frames. That shit's badass, right?
I don't really necessarily like fighting games unless it's a Dragon Ball Z, man. I'm not a big Killer Instinct kind of fan.
Yeah,
that kind of unless it's Xenoverse, I kind of don't really touch it.
Yeah,
I like Xenoverse though. The Xenoverse games are pretty dope.
This motherfucker hit me with those. I fuck with Killer Instinct, man. This brings me back to Super Nintendo. The arcades. Remember, you could bring your Nintendo 64 card, put it in the arcade, play it, man. I love Killer Instinct.
No, it was kind of funny because I've only played one fighting game this year, and that was Injustice 2, which had a pretty dope story, and it was like amazing because I was the first to finish, even though so many people were like, yo, I'm gonna be the first to beat Injustice 2. I'm gonna be the first to beat it. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm gonna be like, and I shout out to All Day because I was like, yo, All Day, I'll bet you $20 that I'll be the first one to beat that. And he's like, no, Reaper, I'm not betting you. I'm not betting you a dime. And I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna take the bet though. So it was so funny because I got it on launch night and I started it, and then by 5:30 in the morning, I was at the frick is that I was at the main bad guy, Brainiac. Yeah, I was on Brainiac, and I was fighting. And you have to fight him twice. And I was on the first fight, and oh my lord, was that a total pain in the ass to actually do. But I didn't end up beating him. I ended up taking a 12-hour nap, and I woke up at 2:00 in the afternoon. I checked everybody's leaderboards. No one had beaten it yet. And I'm like, what the fuck? How does no? I gave you guys all a 12-hour head start. Come on, people. That's just not fair. So I pick it back up again. I beat Brainiac not once but twice, and then I realized, the story still goes on. So by 4:00 that day, I had finished it, but I was the first one done, and I'm like, yo, how do people preach that they love fighters? They're the king of fighters, and I'm the first one to finish it before all of you. That is just totally.
A lot of things with fighting games too. You don't really store it. No, it's just to get online and battle. I think Mortal Kombat's kind of changing that when they started with Mortal Kombat 9 and X, when they actually started giving a decent story. Because Lord knows if you was a Street Fighter fan back in the day, their stories suck.
Yeah,
and same thing with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
and shit.
Well, the only fighter that has the only fighter that I have ever liked for its story was the Dragon Ball Z one. So and they're likable because if you watch the series, you know the story pretty well. Anyway. But the Xenoverse ones were pretty dope because they changed the story on you and they changed it to a different perspective, which was actually pretty dope. But I had to go through tons of different podcasts with everybody be like, yo, we're going to be dope on Injustice 2. We're going to be dope on Injustice 2. Come to find out the day Injustice 2 launched, I was the first one done. I'm like, what now? I'm done. No one else beats me. That's kind of sad. I mean, and I'm not even a fighter type of person, so that was kind of the funny part.
Well, it has a great story, though. I mean, I love
it. It had an awesome story. It was better than the first one and longer. So it took longer to finish, but it was I'm like, no one beat me to it. Come on, this has to be a record because everybody was like, we love Injustice 2. We love Injustice 2. But I was the first one done. I was like, I honestly deserve a nice little medal for that because that was insane. I'm like, I'm not even a fighter person that, likes fighting games was still the first one done. And I'm like, yo, I deserve an Oscar. No, I'm kidding. But no, that was the only fighter that I played this year. And then the other game that I actually just accomplished my milestone was Destiny 2, which was pretty dope. I'm actually quite happy that I hit my milestone. Got my achievement for my milestone a week later. Xbox, you got to fix that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be receiving achievements a week after I actually do the actual thing for it.
That happened with me with Cuphead.
Yo, I thought I was the only one.
First island, and I didn't get it till a couple hours later. I was like, damn. Okay.
I didn't get mine till a week later. I'm like, yo, what the hell? No, that's not nice.
Better late than never, though. Better late than never.
Yeah, better late than never. But I'm like, yo, I still received my achievement a week later after I did the actual project. That's so stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, what happens with Shadow of War? What happens if I beat it on Tuesday, but it doesn't show all my achievements until next week? I'll be like, yo, that's just unfair.
For real, man.
They've been having a little problems with Xbox Live. I noticed too with the party chat too. Mm-hmm. You get more than 4 or 5 people in there, man. It's been booting people out, cycling them through, then putting them back in. But I can't say it's acceptable, but I'm not really pissed out of proportion about it because how often do you really have problems with Xbox Live on a regular? Yeah.
No, but it's always around this time of year. It's always around the holiday season. It's always around the holiday season. It's always around the holiday season times that it starts happening. Always. Doesn't happen at all. It doesn't happen, it happens a couple times during the spring and summer, but it doesn't happen, at the rampant speed that it does during the holiday. But I think that has to contribute to the fact that so many people buy this system, or they get their first gamer tag during the holiday season, and then they try it out, and then they get all these games. Also, digital downloads on day one are also like rather, you know, they're not necessarily slow depending on your internet speed, but you can see like the delay because so many people are actually downloading it.
Man, my internet speed is kind of crappy at here sometimes. Oh shit, phone ring. That's probably my wife. She at work tonight.
But yeah, for those of you that is watching the show, I got a whole list of games. Damn, mute your mic, homie.
Shit.
Yeah, for those of you that's watching, I got a whole list of the 4K enhanced games for the Xbox One X. So that way you guys can go ahead and check it out. Got Dishonored and a whole bunch of games, a whole list. It's over 130. I think it's 130 games. Right, Reba?
130 is what everybody's been talking about. But like the thing that's like one of my gripes from this week, and this gripe actually belongs to I think this gripe belongs to a bunch of people. So I won't actually name who they are, but they know who they are. You know, everybody's been talking about the, you know, 130 enhanced, you know, titles that are, you know, coming out for Xbox One X. Right. My gripe is like, are any of these 130 games even relevant to 2017 holiday season? My answer to that question is probably not, because all these games have been out for at least a year or more, so they're not, you know, necessarily relative. Like the games that I would consider relative to an enhancement are games that come out this fall. So, for example, if your wonderful Cuphead, which I'm not a fan of, by the way, gets an enhancement. If your PUBG gets an enhancement. If your Fortnite gets an enhancement. If your Assassin's Creed gets an enhancement. If your Battlefront gets an enhancement. If your COD gets an enhancement. If your Shadow of War gets an enhancement.
Far Cry 5.
Destiny 2 gets an enhancement. Did you just say Warcraft 5?
No, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5. Oh yeah. Well, I would hope that would get an enhancement. That's a 2018 title. So I'm talking.
I would hope so myself. It's on this list.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, like I'm talking about just like this, like just in the span of this month to next month. But I know PUBG comes out for Xbox in December, which I honestly think that would be better served on Sony. I just feel that Xbox has so many shooters that people can play it on and define it, and it resonates with Xbox, that Sony doesn't really have a shooter that defines who they are. So if like Sony, because everybody was like talking about how like Sony might pick up PUBG, and I'm like, that would be actually good for them, because if they could actually get a game that would like gather everybody on PlayStation, or PSN to play something unified, that would be awesome for them, because Xbox doesn't really need that, because they got games like Gears, games like Halo, all the multi-plat shooters are best played on Xbox Live, so we're all defined by a shooter box. But PlayStation doesn't really have that, so if they were to get PUBG, that might be better for them, not so much for Microsoft. But then I can see the flip side argument where Microsoft needs more exclusives, which people really got to stop complaining about that, because that's really starting to annoy. But they actually need to get more games in their lineup for the next couple years. I get that argument. So if they were to purchase Bluehole and get a hold of PUBG as an actual exclusive, it would be awesome for Microsoft. Kind of like how they purchased Mojang and got Minecraft, and now it's like a worldwide phenomenon across all platforms. Doesn't matter which platform it's on. But it's like I think PUBG would be better served for Sony than it would be for Microsoft, because Microsoft's not really in need of a shooter that defines them, because they already have that kind of stuff. But Sony does not. Sony does not have that game that that defines them as a shooter box. Right. And everybody just plays COD, or Overwatch, and that's pretty much it. What other thing? What other? Okay. Well, he's still on the phone, right?
He's still on the phone. So let me ask you. Oh, he actually left the chat, so I'm gonna have to send him another invite. But let me ask you this: what is your opinion about Star Wars Battlefront 2? Because I seen you playing some gameplay of it.
Oh my god, that shit is so unbalanced. Somebody please kill me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That shit is so unbalanced. I really wish I could throw that in the garbage. I already paid for it, so I can't ask for my money back. But I'm like, I really don't like that beta. I really don't. I mean, I've gotten better. Like, I was playing it a little bit this afternoon, and I picked up a sniper class. But the problem is all these classes are different health. So they're all different health situations. So that's what makes it mad unbalanced. So you could go up against a droid and you could be a clone. That droid could wreck you, but in reality, in Star Wars, in ethics, that technically wouldn't work because we all know the droids were weak as hell. So that doesn't really make any sense. Like, everybody should have the same health.
Right.
You should be able to create a class. So you should be able to run with the weapons that you like the first one. Like, the first one was also unbalanced to a certain extent, but you could still have fun with it and you could still kill people. Like, that wasn't, you couldn't see the unbalanced. With this one, you can see the unbalanced. And I might get a lot of flack for saying this, but it is so unbalanced. Like, now I want to wait till the story portion comes out because that looks actually a lot of fun. But like, but I don't think the gamer score of it is going to come from story. I think it's going to be a multiplayer portion. So I might have to do a lot of multiplayer just to get the gamer score. But and then with comparisons, like all the betas that I played this year. So with the Destiny 2 beta, at first that looked balanced, but then when you played the full game, you realized it's not balanced. The COD beta was decently balanced, except when you played public. I played this year, so with the Destiny 2 beta, at first that looked balanced, but then yeah. Oh, can I continue talking?
Yes, sir. Oh,
okay. I could hear myself through your section.
Yeah, I turned the computer down.
Okay, my bad. All right. So like the Destiny 2, once you played was not, you could tell it wasn't balanced like it was in the beta, so they changed that. The COD was probably the most enjoyable out of all the betas I've played, and but except for the public matches, because once you played in public, everybody was shotgunning you like a shotgun fest, and it was just like a Gears of War 4 like redo. So like, because we all know Gears of War 4 like multiplayer is all shotgun fest. So like in COD, that's not technically how it's supposed to work. So that was kind of the thing. But the Warzone mode was perfect. Like, that was perfectly designed, perfectly made. And because I like the fact that you can switch between the different sections of the game mode that plays out. So there's a section for up close combat. There's a section for long range combat. There's a section for mid range combat. And you can get a decent amount of kills by doing that one mode over and over again. And now they're saying that the PC portion is basically broken, which is what a lot of people were complaining about all week long. It's like the PC portion is broken, Sledgehammer has to do better. And I'm like, well, the console beta wasn't actually broken. I mean, you could tell that the shotguns and pistols were what everybody was using to wreck people, but that was only in public mode. Like in the actual Warzone mode, or the War mode, it was actually really, really well balanced. Because I would start off with an SMG or an assault rifle, and then midsection I would switch to sniping, and I would like kill like 20 people, and then like then onto the last section I could either choose a sniper or I could choose an assault rifle back, and I like that change of pace. It's actually was really decent, but like But yeah, the Battlefront 2 beta, so unbalanced. Like, if you're ever gonna get this game, people, please get this for the story. Don't buy it for the multiplayer unless they change the way
I
it
haven't
works.
played it yet. I downloaded it this morning. I haven't.
Yeah, it's open all weekend long, so anybody can play it. It's open beta. Like, if I might just have a gripe with unbalanced games, but like everybody has different health. All the classes have different health, so that makes it automatically unbalanced. I shouldn't be able to like put 30 rounds into your body and then you two shot me. That just doesn't. I don't like that.
That's bad.
It doesn't work that way. Even if it's late.
Head count?
It might have been because I was facing the sniper portion, and the girl just like two shotted me with a sniper. But I was already putting 30 rounds into her body, and her health was like half done, and she just two shotted me. And I'm like, yeah, that's just not fair. Like, if I get the, yeah, well, true, but like as we learn, like not the beta doesn't always define the game. Sometimes they totally reverse it. So like the Destiny 2 beta, that looked mad balanced as hell, and I thought they fixed their problem. But once you play the real game, you realize Crucible is not balanced at all. It's just it's back to being regular Destiny, just with less snipers and less rocket launchers, and less supers. But it was but the Starfighter portion of the game is actually quite fun, and that's actually decently balanced. And you can kill AI and you can kill regular players. And I was like I was following the Millennium Falcon around. I feel that mode would work better with like like one of those old school joysticks, like one of those like the ones that you look like kind of like a fighter joystick. Like that would work really really well in that mode. And I can see why they wanted to turn Battlefront 2 into like that VR section, because like in VR that would look amazing. Like you would actually be in the cockpit and you would actually be controlling the fighters and stuff. That would look awesome in VR. Like that would that might give you really bad motion sickness, but it would work. But I just think the beta is like so unbalanced that it's like unplayable. But I want to play the story because the story looks rather decent. So
that's what I'm excited for too. The story.
Yeah, I want to see the story because it looks like they did a really good job on it. However, how long it is will be relatively depicted by how many missions you have to do and all that fun jazz. But yeah, I'm excited for it next month. I have to get past Shadow of War. I have to get past Assassin's Creed. I have to get past Wolfenstein New Colossus. I have to get past COD, and then I go on to Star Wars. So it's like I have to get past all those games first.
Right. But you're not buying. You're not gonna hold off on Wolfenstein and New Colossus for the Switch. That's all.
I hope you're joking.
Hey, you let people tell you, brother. Hey,
I hope you're joking, bro.
Yeah, I'm joking. Now let me stop. That's gonna get some dislikes right now, bro.
Fellas,
Nintendo community coming at us.
Hey, fellas, guess what time it is?
It's gripe. It's gripe. It's gripe season.
Hey, it's petty hour. Hey, I'm gonna let Craig start this one off.
All right, so here it is, man. We all know, like I said, I'm not the best YouTuber on the planet. Never claimed to be. When you go to my channel, first thing I tell you, I don't try to talk facts, and I don't talk stats.
Okay.
I just give my opinion on stuff. So, like I did in my first petty moment, ACO 7. Oh, God, this is truly one deluded gamer, man. If you watch his latest video, he's asking people, why are you buying the Xbox One X? When, I'm going to do his voice too. When clearly, Microsoft does not care about their gamers. Apparently, if you buy an Xbox One X, you have to buy a new controller. You have to buy different games. So he's like, you don't even play the same. I'm like, dude, where are you getting this from? What? You still got to put AA batteries in a next gen. Dude, who cares? It's called options.
Battery pack, people. Please learn that it exists.
And that's what some people will post in this video. Hey, I use battery packs and it lasts twice as long as your fucking PS4 remote. Which is true. It's so. I'm gonna pull a Kurt Angle. It's true. It's damn true. PS4 controller, bro. You get into a good hour too long. You got to charge that motherfucker up.
Word.
But this guy, man, like I said, dude, I get it. He's a fairly small channel, but the stuff he be saying, man, it doesn't make sense at all. And I guess he does it because he knows it triggers people. But like I said, I stopped posting on this shit a long time ago. I said I just give him a dislike and keep on moving. But he's telling people that the X is going to be at an advantage on online gaming versus if you have a standard Xbox or the One S. I'm like, bruh, PC gamers been doing this for years. Everybody don't have the exact same setup. Mm-hmm. You might have this one dude that gobs some money in his, and then you might have the budget PC gamer. Mm-hmm. They're still playing online, and at times the budget PC gamer, if he's a better keyboard and mouse player, he's gonna win. I mean, this dude, y'all need. I ain't trying to promote a child, but y'all need to. If you want a good laugh, pull you a drink and watch some of his videos, bro. And again, he still got the camera set right in his mouth. And I see the motherfucker's tonsils, bro. I'm like, this motherfucker got 3 fillings and a damn partial back there. This motherfucker, bro. It's funny, man. And I just, it's that type of shit that you know is full of shit, but you can't help but click on it. If you want an example of clickbait, that is a clickbait motherfucker, bro. So one of his channel ain't bigger than what it is. But if you want a good laugh, because he thinks he knows tech, he thinks he knows technology, you should hear him talk, bro. It's funny. I said that I was listening to it this morning with a drink and a damn smile, bro. I was like, yo, you are truly fucking dumb, bro. I'm done, man. That's my petty moment. But this guy, like I said, he's the dumbest of the dumb, I guess, if you want to call it that. But y'all
man.
I'm over, man. I'm over it, bro.
I'm glad you got that off your chest. I'm glad.
I had to. God knows. All right, I'm done. Whoever next.
Reaper.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I just want to say that I do apologize because this gripe comes from last week's guest, if everybody remembers who that person was. And he played a really cruel, really screwed up joke on everybody that is connected to him. And then I trolled him. So I'm going to screen share this joke. And I did a meme on this, and I did remove it from Twitter because he got really salty. But it was funny, and it reads, "Good morning, Thomas Barter." So this is where I knew this was all fake because he misspelled my name. Sad in news, Carr went out for a drive this morning in his 2016 green McLaren and passed out and slammed into a pole. And about the tweets, Xbox has gotten 50,000 messages and calls about the tweets, and they're having a press conference on Tuesday about the cancellation live. This was all fake. Anyway, so and then I'm like, and this is what triggered him. So I'm like, oh, and I messaged him this back to the fake email that he was using, and I'm like, okay, thank you. What should I expect from the will portion? Because he said he was going to leave me in his will with like over $900 billion or something like that. So I was like, what should I expect in the will portion of the situation? Should I expect a call, email, something in the mail? I've never had to deal with inheritance, so I would like to know what that part entails. Please keep me informed and let me know what to expect. So he got mad salty because it reads, if I was to fake my death, all people would care about is the money, #sad. So this guy got mad salty because when he tried to fake his death and make us all feel bad for him, the only thing I was giving a shit about was the cash. Woo. And I'm like, bro, if you try to fake your death, what the fuck do you think people are gonna give a fuck about? Are they gonna give a fuck you sliding into a pole in a nice Lamborghini, or are they gonna give a shit that you leave them $900 billion? Come on, seriously, people. Come on, be real. And then I posted that on his Twitter, and he got mad salty. He's like, take that shit down, you motherfucker. I'm like, bro, I ain't taking shit down. I mean, you show up in my house in a Lamborghini, maybe I'll take the shit down. But I left it there for 12 hours, and then I deleted it. But I was like, yo, that shit was mad funny. But it was hilarious because he was pulling us along. And Heartless can attest to this because he got a private message from it too.
Oh yeah.
He's like, and that private message, read, this guy died from his injuries, but he wasn't really dead. So my gripe is like, if you're gonna try to troll somebody to test the waters to see how people would really feel, but be at least a little bit more intelligent how you do it, because that whole thing is called identity theft. And if I was to show that to Phil Spencer, who he was pretending to be in those emails, if I was to show that to Phil Spencer could sue you and send you to prison. So please don't do that. And he got mad salty when I posted that on Twitter, and he got mad pissed. He was trying to block me. He was trying to ban me on Twitter and all these types of threats. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. But it was hilarious. And my gripe is just like,
Gentleman Jack.
And I'm like, if you're gonna try to troll me, it's like, if you're gonna try to troll me, at least do a little bit better job and at least know how to spell, because that's how I caught on that it was fake. But it was so funny, and he was so mad, and he I blocked him on Twitter, I blocked him, he blocked me on Xbox, but he blocked me on Xbox when I found out it was all fake. And then he unblocked me to send me messages and say, yo, unblock, you know, he's like, oh, take that shit down, man. That shit's not supposed to be on there. I'm like, bro, come on, man. I mean, you want to try to troll us, but you don't want to be trolled back? It sounds to me like my troll worked better than yours, because at least I was actually getting emotion out of you. And, you know, like the first thing that really hurt him, because he was like, I wonder how people would feel if I died. And then the first thing people were like saying, give us that money, baby. Give us that money.
I mean, come on, like if I died today, you know, I ain't rich or nothing. God knows I got a decent life insurance policy. My wife and them will be fine. But if I died today and I had a way to see how my family and friends were acting, that's all they was worried about. Did they get a portion of it? I'll come back and haunt everybody. Y'all ain't getting shit. Kids, everybody. I'm coming back. I'm haunting everybody. I want to love at least cry for like 30 days and then, you know, miss me for
but he was getting mad, freaking sensitive, because he was trying to go on his Twitter and ask everybody on his Twitter about, you probably didn't even like Kyle, right? Like, he was trying to pretend to be another person to see how people would react, and be like, bro, all we gave it, like, how he should have done this would have worked way better if he did it this way. One, don't tell us about the will prior to doing so. So if we hadn't known that we were inheriting anything, you would have gotten a much better reaction from us, because we would have been like, oh, he's dead. Oh well. Next. What's up next? You know, like if we weren't expecting anything in return, we wouldn't have actually said anything. So he would have gotten a much better true emotional response from us if he hadn't told us about what was coming prior to pulling the joke. But since you pulled the joke, you basically made yourself irrelevant and like totally unbelievable by everybody. But it was funny because he got mad because that's what our first response was. I'm like, bro, of course that's going to be our first response. What do you think is going to actually happen?
See, now that's some catfish shit. I watch way too much catfish to believe any of that. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, I wanted to see the obituary. He kept sending me private messages saying, yo, you still going to make the video? Because he wanted me to make a tribute video about his death.
Yeah, he wanted us to do a montage for him. I'm like, bro, I'm going to believe when you're dead. Like, I don't believe you're dead.
Where's the obituary? Like, that's why I wanted to know. Where was the obituary? Like, what the hell?
This is my thing. Now, he's T. Reaper's friend. Do you know him too personally, Heartless? Or
hell no. Like,
so how you supposed to make a tribute video? That's like if something happened to me today, I don't expect y'all to make a tribute video to Craig Summers. I mean, we only just really started connecting a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you might be able to put some gameplay up. Like, this is Craig Summers at his best. This is Craig Summers at his worst. But I mean, really heartfelt.
And I can care less about, you know, the cars and all the stuff that he got as far as money and stuff. I can care less
ain't about no money, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But Heartless, it was funny because like he thought we were like he thought that he was going to get an emotional response from the people that heard that he died. But all we cared about was the cash part of it. We were like, we just want the money. Like, where's the money? Where's the will? Like, give us the will, please. Like, that's like, and that was irritating him to hell that it made him like unveil that it was all a prank, because he was mad pissed that that's all we were caring about. And then his first response to us is like, oh, I'm going through some shit in life right now. That's not an excuse. Please don't use that as an excuse. That's horrible.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Does this guy even has cancer? Like, or like, is everything fabricated?
That's probably fake too. That's probably not even
I'm
true.
Thinking all that shit is fabricated, man. It has to be.
Man, so y'all please don't say, because dude, I actually, like I said, I'm not gonna pull a Stone Fox Media and try to preach, but I do believe in God. I pray every night. Go to church some Sundays. So I did say a prayer for you know, shit, come on, and don't have me praying on no bullshit. But you know, like I said, I don't wish that on nobody.
It was probably bullshit. It was kind of sad. But like the funny part is like I trolled him and he got mad. He got mad, irritated. And then what I also did is I took snapshots of that email and I sent it to Xbox Live support. I'm like, yo, show this to your boss. I'm like,
what the fuck? Damn, team.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm like, show this to Phil Spencer, please. Show this to Phil. Be like, yo, Phil, someone's trying to impersonate you. Be warned. Someone's trying to impersonate you. watch out for that shit because that shit is horrible. He might get an identity theft, and it's just like be like, just be careful for Phil because that's who he was pretending to be the entire time.
Yo,
but it was.
And I looked it up on LA News to see anything about the car accident, and then
you couldn't find anything. You couldn't find a single mention of a car accident in LA. So it's like, if your stuff is not backed up by facts, by like reporting, because a crash like that would have been reported, and like my friend said when you put that image into Google, it pops up 2016. So that crash was actually in 2016 that he got it from. So it was all fabricated. But it was all fabricated to see how we would react if he was gone. And he just didn't like the reaction.
Mm-hmm. Those cars is fabricated. I bet he's not even rich.
You don't play around with death.
No, you don't.
No, and once I knew it was a joke, because he had done the same thing last year. Like last year he said he slammed into a tree and then supposedly died, and we didn't hear from him for like 6 months, and then he started talking again. I'm like, what, you didn't die? But the guy, but supposedly, if his fabrication is to be believed, and the guy does have all this money, and he does have all these cars, whatsoever to be depressed. I'm sorry. If I had all that money and I had all that opportunity, I'd be like, yo, bro, I would so not be depressed. I would be happy as hell. I would be throwing parties like freaking Bill Gates every single night in my nice house. Because how I also knew it was fake was he said he purchased a house. He texted me the house address and the fact that it was off the market. I went there in person and saw that it was still on sale. So he had never bought it. So I was like, yo, I even went to the house that he said he bought, and it wasn't even true. So I'm like, I even took Uber to go see if this house was true.
Well,
but I'm like, nah.
I'm gonna say this. We don't need, especially we trying to do a new show. We don't need to get sidetracked with fake shit, because God knows, because people would definitely go back and fact check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely.
And we fact checked it, and we were like, and then it was only like in midweek that we learned that the whole thing was like fabricated, and like then the guy got like so like scared that he just like blocked everybody. He just blocked everybody, and then like he didn't even respond to like my 2 paragraphs of him calling him fake and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny. But he did respond to that Twitter message. He did get salty over that Twitter message. He's like, take that down, I'll get you blocked on Twitter. I'm like, nah, I bet you if you could have done that, you would have done that already. And I left it up there for 12 hours so everybody could see, and then I deleted it. But I was like, nah, bro. Nah, you don't try to mess with people like that and not expect something in return, because that something in return can be a little bit more clever, and you might not like the way it turns out.
Get that.
So what's your gripe, Heartless?
All right. This is my petty moment. For those of you that are listening, how many times I've stressed this to my viewers: stop supporting the coonery and the fuckery. Stop supporting these people that is demanding money from y'all. Stop supporting it.
I think I know where you're going.
Oh yeah, I'm going to share my screen, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, first off, I was on Twitter earlier this week, even though I haven't been posting videos, and I came across this picture, this image right here, on Twitter. If those of you who follow Weapon Wheel podcast, I need to stop supporting that bullshit. First of all, Mr. Weapon Wheel, aka Brooklyn Skill Tree, aka Broken Games HD, aka ugly ass nigga from New York who works for Transit. You guys gotta stop supporting this garbage. Like, for instance,
We can't see the screen yet.
I can't see the screen yet because I'm definitely sharing.
No, I was just saying Heartless.
All right, just give me 1 second. Yeah, I have it displayed. It's showing. I have it displayed.
Okay, it just popped up.
Okay, now I'm having this. All right, it's you see this tweet that he put up. For those of you who feel $12 a month is too much for 4 episodes a month of After Dark, would you pay 6 or 2 episodes a month? Like how are you demanding You know what I'm saying? You guys is like, these guys is really demanding money from their supporters. Let me go to the next photo. The next photo says, one guy, I didn't manage to get that one comment, but one guy said, well, how about $2? And then he put, no, not happening. And another dude put, okay, laughing out loud. And somebody put, it's only a matter of time before you make us pay for actual podcasts. It's old bait, then switch to the model. It shouldn't be mandatory. And I honestly agree. And you guys need to stop supporting these guys. And no matter how many times they try to sugarcoat it, oh, it's not the actual, we'll never do that for the actual podcast, and yada, 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 and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, these is grown-ass fucking men that is able to get a goddamn job to support their hobby. So, people, stop feeling the need to actually support these grown-ass men. These is not kids that's looking for a fundraiser. These are not kids that are looking to better their lives or anything like that. These is grown-ass people that are not... that has no type of disability, that has nothing wrong with them, that can get off their ass and constantly get a damn job. Like, stop supporting this shit. I made this podcast just because for pure entertainment and for pure gaming news, right? And and I'm not trying to force my subscribers or anybody or the fan base or whomever who watch this. I'm not trying to charge any of you guys for anything. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I bust my ass off at my job and I try to reinvest into this hobby because, like Reaper always say, this is a very expensive hobby, and if you really love it, you would really finance it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for getting help and asking for donations, but when you come to demanding money to your fucking fan base, that's where you have to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's really crazy. And then you have these blind people, blind fans of them that's saying, fuck them BG, 12 or nothing, laughing out loud. Like, what? How could you stand by or behind somebody who's not paying you any attention, but yet you giving them money? Like, people are literally blinded. Like, it's crazy how blinded these people are. And you have people in the comment section sitting up there debating and trying to, you know what I'm saying, debating and trying to convince about, you know, comparing prices and shit like that as far as $3, $2, etc. like this. Like, this is some type of fucking auction or something. You know what I'm saying? $3, $2, and do I here, $3, do I here, $9, do I here, $3 going one, going towards, going to 5, 25, sold to the highest bidder. Like, what the fuck? People, wake up, man. Wake up. Please.
This is my thing on that, bro. Like I said, Heartless, we all agree. Me and you, we all agree, man. Video gaming is expensive, but I've been gaming 20 plus years. Now, I've been buying my own games since I've been a teenager. Not once had I ever went outside of asking my mom and them when I was younger to buy a video game for me. Grown, able to work. I buy what I want to buy first, and then, you know, you got to prioritize. If you can't afford to buy everything when it come out, you got to get what you think you're going to enjoy the most first, and then catch the other shit when it go on sale. When I started my channel, I could have put what's the thing everybody doing? Patreon and all of that stuff. And, you know, I got a few subscribers and just give me 50 cents. Oh, I could have done that. But no, I get up here, I talk about games, crazy shit or whatever the case may be. I'm never going to ask for no money. But like I said, people want to give money. But I mean, I ain't got nothing set up to even get anything. So that's neither here nor there. But I don't see that. That's crazy. And you know, a while back, they were charging people to play video games with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. When they had that shit, it was like, I forgot what it was. Hard 8 was saying that shit. For a certain amount of money, you could play with the weapon wheel podcast.
Who are y'all? Y'all niggas. Y'all. Who are y'all? Y'all not. Y'all acting like y'all Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, or fucking Puff Daddy, or Donald Trump, or who? Who are y'all? Y'all just a bunch of random
not gonna pay nobody no money to play video games.
This is what I'm saying.
You don't want a game with me?
Bunch of randoms.
I play by myself.
Like,
Okay.
that's what,
Hey, Harless, check your mic because you are botting pretty bad.
all right, how
I
am I
thought
now?
a little
I just
bit.
want to ask one question. Is Kid Smooth part of this podcast? I forget.
I don't know who Kid Smooth is. I keep hearing his name here and there.
Harless, do you know?
Can you repeat that?
Is Kid Smooth part of Weapon Wheel?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then I have a wonderful story that everybody should hear because this is funny. All right, so I totally agree. This hobby is expensive. If you cannot afford it, please do not start it. I beg you. Please have the common sense to know that. Two, I agree with Harley. It's like, who are you people that charge people to people to play with you? Because that's the one thing I'll give the king of Xbox, Zaire. He doesn't pay anybody for people to play with him. He lets people play with him for free, and his Patreon is for other things. And Patreons, I can understand it, but still, it's just like if you're gonna start this hobby, you should be able to fund it. Like, and the funny thing about Kids Move is, I don't really watch his videos, but I remember him his gripe on Twitter a couple months ago, and this one guy got really pissed off at Kids Move and started like just trolling him in videos, showing him getting killed over and over and over again in Halo 5. And I'm like, bro, if you get killed that quickly and you suck that bad, nobody should pay a dime to play with your ass. I'm sorry. That's just horrible. That would be like me like charging my friend to play with me because I can, because he would lose just like that. No, man, like unless you're MLG or you're part of Optic or you're part of those things, those types of things I could understand. If you're actually skillful players, that'd be one thing. But like if you are just regular everyday Joes that are just casuals and game for fun, and don't really have any skill behind what you say, like I can't honestly support you asking people to pay to play with you because you're not celebrities. You're not decent. You're not good. You're not pro. You're not MLG. You're just regular day gamers that want to make a name for themselves and want to make a profit. And that's just and that's just not just that. I just wouldn't accept that. Like especially if I can beat you, you should not charge anybody.
Like these dudes is
think about the celebrity part. Celebrities play all the time, and they're not charging you to get in there and play with them. You might not know who they are, but shit, Snoop is an avid Xbox gamer, and I haven't heard not one fan ever say Snoop charged them to play with him. So I'm just saying. So if Snoop Dogg ain't charging you, and hell, even Phil Spencer, he's been gaming a lot. He's not charging y'all to play with him, and he's fucking the president of Xbox. What the fuck? Something is wrong.
Right, this shit is crazy,
Something
man.
is
And
wrong.
then you have people. You have blind people following under them saying, "Oh, this is not bad. $3 per episode, and then a bundle of 4 for $10 might be a better idea." Like, what? How are you guys negotiating with these nobodies? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
I pay them. I got plenty of Monopoly money in this motherfucker. We play Monopoly on Saturday sometimes. I got plenty of. I play them. Come on.
And one person put, "I'd pay $10 for 4 episodes a month." Lord.
Yeah, well, my fun story is like when I was a kid, my parents hated me playing video games. They all said video games is cancer, it's bad for you, it's a waste of your time. They hated. They bought me an OG Xbox anyway. They bought me an N64, but they didn't support my habit, even though I wanted to play 24/7 like I actually do now. But like back in the day, like when I was a kid, like my parents would only buy me games for my birthday or for Christmas. They wouldn't support it any other time of the year. So when the time came for me to like basically man up and say, I want my own personal 360. This was like back in like 2009. Around 2011 or something like that, or 2012. And my mom was like, well, if you want your own 360, you have to get a job, you have to pay for it. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, either you go to college or you get a job. And I'm like, well, I really want a game and I really want a 360. So you know what? I got off my ass, I got my own personal job, and within 3 paychecks, I was able to buy a RTD2 Slim, for the 360, that R2D2 version. And then later that year, I was able to buy a Halo 4 360. So I had two 360s in my house. So like, and then I was able to buy my own games. I was able to start my own collection, stuff that wasn't funded by my parents. And to this day, my parents do not fund this hobby. This hobby that, you know, in my house probably consumes about a decent $5,000. Like, they do not pay for a dime of it.
Oh, yeah.
I pay for it myself.
Oh yeah.
Like I support my own hobby, and I don't ask anybody else to, you know, support it. But
I don't know
you know,
if y'all can see it. That's my Xbox One, the OG. Will you see it?
Hold on. Let me switch up.
Damn.
You see it? It's in my little picture.
What the hell did you do to it?
I told you I had to take it apart to get the disc out, and I broke the ribbon tape. So that's all you see there is the top.
Oh, damn.
Hold on. All right, now show it again. I got it sharing with the YouTube.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
to
I'm
this
in my
day,
bedroom.
like,
That's why I keep it at.
yeah, to this day, like I support my own hobby, and I don't ask my parents for a dime. And you know, usually when my parents give me money for Christmas or my birthday now, it's, you know, it's mainly money. It's mainly money, or they buy me a new phone. They did buy this $1,200 desktop that I have, but you know, like I don't use it for gaming. And so many people that, you know, don't believe that, like, yo, if you have that computer, I refuse to believe that you don't game on. And I'm like, I really don't. I just use it for editing work and social media and stuff like that. That's all I use it for. I don't really game on my PC. I just game on my
T-Reaper
Xbox.
keyboard and mouse on the Xbox. Oh,
No, I don't even do that. I can't. I'm not actually not fast enough for keyboard and mouse. I can't do it. Controller is like the fastest I go.
Yeah.
And it has to be the Elite, or it's not anything. But like I've supported my own hobby for years now. And, you know, and my parents can't say jack shit about it, because my parents aren't, you know, they're like, he's buying it with his own money. He's paying his own bills, you know, let him live the life the way he wants to live, you know, and, you know, eventually he might learn his lesson that, you know, video games aren't anything. Well, good luck with that, because it's actually not going to work. Yeah, no, and that's actually kind of the fun part about it, is like, you know, they don't pay for this hobby for me. I pay for it myself, and I pay for, you know, but it comes to an issue where at the end of the year, like, my parents don't know what to buy me except what I asked them to buy me, because, you know, I buy all my stuff throughout the year anyway. So it's like, you know, by August every year, all my games are pre-ordered, all my games are set. The systems that I want are paid for. The X actually was a fun thing, because I had to wait for that FCC approval, and I had to I almost overdrafted purchasing that system. I had to ask my mother for $50 to put in my bank account before my bills went through, because I paid the Scorpio edition in full, and like I almost like emptied my full bank account before my bills went through. So I would have overdrafted if, like, I hadn't actually had money in the account. And my mother was so pissed that she had to give me an extra $50 that she was like, she didn't speak to me for like a week. She was like, nah. She's like, no, Thomas, I'm so pissed I had to give you $50.
Like you said, though, at the end of the day, unless you're a child, you're staying at home with your mom and dad. If you're a grown man or woman and you're begging people to pay for your habits, regardless if it's gaming, drinking, eating, you need to stop. Something wrong. You need to rethink your life strategy. You need to, something, because that's crazy, man.
It is.
That's crazy. I can't get up here and beg and be like, hey, send me this so I can have a Nintendo. Because then they ask for people to give them Nintendo Switches too. Now, I don't know if that's true.
Savages,
I heard that
man.
on another podcast. I heard it like, they was like, yeah, we need Nintendo Switches, and people actually gave them Nintendo Switches.
And it's not even that it's not even that we're hating, like, because I'm not even gonna say like we gonna be sort of saying like, yo, these dudes is we hating, and yet it's not even us hating. It's just it's about calling y'all out on y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, who does that? How you charge people? You know what I'm saying? For the shit you could do for things that people could get for free. You know what I'm saying? That's like me charging you for porn, where you could just go your ass on Pornhub and just, you know what I'm saying, just search away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit crazy.
These niggas need to have a seat, man. Like, for real. Like, it's really crazy, man. Like, grown ass men out here begging for money. Like, it's ridiculous. I understand if you asking for donations.
It's only hating. It's only hating when you can't afford to get it yourself.
Right.
I'm like this. We all can go buy our own shit.
Right.
So we can voice our opinion. If I couldn't go buy, like I said, like T. Reaper said, man, as soon as the Gamescom jump was announced, you could pre-order your Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I went online, I got mine that day.
Damn right.
Paid for it up front. So
Damn
all
right.
I got to do is just have it sent to the house. Now, if I couldn't afford the Xbox, and I refer to my YouTubers or whatever, then that's different. Then I complain about another man getting it. Then okay, yeah, you might be hating.
Yeah, that's hating.
I can go and buy what I want, so it don't matter. But I prioritize. Like, I know I can't buy every game that comes, even though I don't play every game. But like, say if I was one of those guys that just got to have the games when they come out, I know I can't do it because eventually my money will be depleted. So you got to prioritize, man. I'm not gonna get up here and ask people that subscribe to me or the people that watch our videos, hey, after you watch the video, it's gonna drop me some money.
Right.
You know, no. It is what it
See,
is.
it's a difference between donations and asking and telling people, well, begging. There's a difference. There's a real big difference. The reason, and a lot of YouTubers don't know how to separate the difference, and here's my way of separating the difference. If you were like, okay, now, so, like, for instance, all right, this is Heartless TV. Bro. Damn, for real still?
I'm sitting here, I thought it was me at first because my connection, but my connection good.
Damn, I don't know why, but I'm good on my behalf. I hear myself. But, like, for instance, if I say, all right, this is Heartless TV, go ahead and check out my GoFundMe account and please support my hobby. No, I could say please support me if you would please. I mean, if you would like, please support me if you would like, or support, I don't know, my quality videos or something like that, yada, 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 right? Right. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, for the next, in order to see the next podcast, you would have to pay me $3 or $4 to see this or see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's
you know, I will give Fake Gamer 27 his props. You know, the few videos I do manage to stomach through, I never once seen them ask for money for anything. So I will give him that. But for the most part, man, like I said, now I get it if this is truly your business. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that's what they do. YouTube is their business. Then, okay. But you can tell the ones when YouTube is their business because you get a very high quality product. You don't get a bunch of icons lighting up when people talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it, but you look at IGN or Kind of Funny Games. They got a nice setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's their business. YouTube and the gaming media, even though they do a horrible job at it. Very horrible. But at least you can see, okay, look at what you're getting, a good presentation. You getting behind the scenes. You getting exclusive interviews. You know, you getting access in the E3 and shit like that. But if I'm sitting on my couch or at my kitchen table, whatever the case may be, and we just got glowing icons, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm going to charge you for the next 6 episodes like it's a Netflix series or whatever. That's retarded. But like I said, if you set you up your Patreon or whatever and people choose to give you, that's another story. Long as if you up here e-begging, I guess what they call it, begging.
Yep.
Or like I said, you negotiating with people for episodes, charging people to play games with them.
Like you a fucking,
nah.
You a Netflix or something. Like
I can't do it, bro.
Like a subscription service, man. Go sit your ass down.
Can everybody actually see this?
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta share.
You see how big that box is?
God.
Yeah, what is that?
Damn.
That's Shadow War?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting on Tuesday.
Man, is it a console in that motherfucker?
Man, that shit look like a console, man. That's a statue? That's the one you was telling me about?
You know what, though?
It's a statue, yeah.
You know what, though? Before we go, though, man, we didn't talk nothing about Cuphead, man. That was in the title. People could be like, we was misled.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk
about this is what's going to be in it.
That's a lot of shit.
It's going to be a lot of shit. That ring right there is actually magnetic. It fits on your fridge. I get a ring. I get a fridge. I get a fridge that's ringing. I get new stickers to put on my door.
Man, I can't even. I don't know. I can't rock with that because I got the first Shadow of Mordor, and man, I thought maybe I got to like the third boss, and that was it, bro. That motherfucker kept beating
Oh,
me.
I beat that. Oh, that shit was dope. I can't wait. I can't wait for Tuesday or Monday night.
Beating me. He unbeatable now. Like fuck this guy.
No, I played it the hard. I played the first one the hardest way it's possibly played is like when all the war chiefs cap themselves and you have to beat them all like in their like the most impossible way. Like that's what took forever the first time was like those war chiefs kept leveling up because they kept killing me. So like to the end they like basically capped themselves and then like I had to like kill them in the most impossible way possible. So like some had to be like air assassinated, some had to be like poisoned, you know. It was insane. But I can't wait for this one because I'm having a wonderful debate with my own self-conscious asking which game is going to be longer to beat. Is it going to be this one this coming week coming up, or is it going to be Assassin's Creed? I'm kind of on an edge. Once I beat Shadow of War, I'll have a better idea if I have my answer or not. Because if Shadow of War takes over 30 hours to finish, then I'm gonna be like, yep, it was probably Shadow of War. But I have to play both that and Assassin's Creed this month in order to know my answer. Because I know the story for Battlefront 2 is not going to be that long. I know the story for Call of Duty is not going to be that long. I know the Wolfenstein New Colossus is probably like a 10-hour game. So like the real question is, which one is the winner? Is it Middle Earth or is it Assassin's Creed?
Well, if you get the New Colossus on the Switch, you probably won't get the storyline because you're gonna have to download that separately and put it on your internal storage. So you're gonna have to delete some shit or pray to Jesus.
Well, to get it on the Switch, I would have to own a Switch, and I'm not that broke.
Hey, the Switch is. Hey, if you listen to some people, the Switch is outselling Xbox already. It's done past the damn 30 million mark. So.
Oh really? I thought it was actually
that's what it is.
Dang,
kicking Xbox's ass. Okay. Okay. You're right.
Damn.
If you want to play 2K17, just delete everything on your internal storage and put in a good old trusted extra storage, and you're good to go. You can get the multiplayer and online aspect separately. I don't know. It's shit crazy.
Gentlemen.
Oh, you said Cuphead though is what you said, right?
Yeah, Cuphead.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the dark horse, man. Cuphead. I know, like you said, it's an indie you don't like, but Cuphead has taken over, bro.
Lord, I'm so tired of seeing that on my
I'm
timeline.
gonna tell everybody that watches this, I'm not a supporter of that, nor am I a supporter of actual PUBG. So
well, let me ask you this though: you did not like Mega Man growing up. Everybody loved Mega Man. You didn't like Mega Man?
When I was a young lad and very young and very stupid, I liked Quake. I liked Doom. I liked Wolfenstein 3D.
So you a millennial then, shit. I'm almost 40, man. Mega Man, and that's what Cuphead. It feels like what Mighty Number 9 should have been.
I liked Diablo 2, so on and so forth.
I got Diablo 3.
I'm not a fan of side scrollers, and then like that's kind of the other gripe that I have with everybody who's bitching that this game is too hard. It's a side scroller. It's meant to be that way. It's designed that way.
It's supposed to be challenging.
It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be designed that way.
And
so
that's why I say like Mega Man. Mega Man was challenging, but you fought bosses. Granted, there's a lot more levels involved. This game is mostly strictly a boss rush with a few platforming levels to get your little coins like your body, but you get different weapons. I love it, man. But the thing with Cuphead,
well, you know, shout out to I actually only know one person that's finished it so far, and that's my boy Halo Storm from our Discord. He actually finished it in 24 hours. Now I'm going to go on the concept that game is not really 24 hours. It's just he died. I'm just guessing it's really challenging, but the fact that he was like he was like the only one on my friends list that has actually completed it, or if others have completed it, they haven't bragged about it. So he was the first. He was the first one who bragged about it. So props to him for finishing that, and he only got like 460 gamer score for it too, which was
I I'm stuck on the clown that I believe K Mega was talking about it a couple of days ago. This fucking clown in the bumper car. I'm so sick of this motherfucker.
I've seen videos of that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm just not. But it was funny because I triggered mad people on my. I just triggered one person, but I triggered this one guy who who watched my response to Mr. 100's are you happy with Xbox video, and in that I was dissing Cuphead because it's an indie, and then this guy got mad sensitive over it. So like don't ever insult Cuphead to sensitive people, because they will try to clown the living crap out of you.
The thing is though, man, people got to realize we all gamers. Everybody got different tastes.
Yeah.
Some people, like I said,
that's basically what I was saying in my video. I'm sure it's fun. It's just not what I like to play. I just don't like indies, and I just don't like side scrollers. I don't like RTSs. I don't like fighters. It's like I'm mainly a shooter type of person, or an adventure RPG type of person. It's just like
that's your opinion.
Yeah,
but you got people that just cry like.
But no, but the other gripe was like he he says he was like you say you're an avid Xbox guy. How about support exclusives? I'm like, okay. I support Gears. I support Halo. I do support it. Exclusives doesn't mean I have to support an indie. I'm sorry. I just I don't see the logic in that. That's kind of a really horrible argument, saying if I'm an Xbox guy, support exclusives. I do.
I'm an Xbox guy, but I don't buy everything they put out.
I've been supporting Gears and Halo as long as they've been interpreted. I don't like Gears as much as I like Halo, but I do support it if it is an FPS, or if it is the traditional Gears of War format. That is like for example this VR Halo shit that's coming out. I'm not going to support that because I don't own a VR, and two, I don't believe. I don't
go buy HoloLens. It's only $3,000. You can buy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't own VR, so it's like I'm not going to support that. But it's just like, it's kind of annoying because everybody's like saying why don't you support Cuphead? And I'm like, well, if you endorse the fact that Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo can keep getting away with giving us games that are half quality to what they used to put out 10 years ago, then you're giving them an excuse to not try as hard to deliver us quality content. And, Cuphead could be a good game. I'm sure it is, but it's just not what I like to play, and it's not what I like to support. I like to support the games that legitimately look thrilling and look entertaining and don't look like a 1950s Mickey Mouse video. I'm sorry, man. It's just my opinion.
It's like, in my opinion about it.
That's why I can't get mad at you. But my gripe with the people who don't like Cuphead are the ones in the same breath. They are not Cuphead, and I'm gonna throw it out there. Super Lucky's Tale. But then they get
I got that comment today on my I got that comment today on my channel too. It was like, I don't support Cuphead, but I'm gonna support Super Lucky Tales, and I'm like, I mean, Super Lucky Tales looks better, but it doesn't look entertaining.
They both childish cartoonist games, but
they don't look better. I mean, I wouldn't support either one of them.
This is how I see it.
I'm looking forward to Lucky's Tales. I ain't going front. That shit looks fun. And my wife, like I said, she play games like that. She likes stuff. So that'll be a game I let her take the lead in, because she'll go through there and find. Me, I'm gonna just try to run through it. She'll go there and try to unlock shit or whatever the case may be, but. You got guys that are not Super Lucky's Tale, but then they'll jump for joy for Mario Brothers. I'm like, they both.
I'm not a Mario. Not a Mario. I haven't been a Mario guy since like the 1990s.
See,
I love Mario. Mario got a spot in my heart, but at the end of the day, Mario.
Same thing goes for Zelda. See,
yeah, Zelda sucked, man. I'm sorry. The Breath of the Wild, it's just you get a good weapon and the bitch break. What the fuck? No. I get if I had like a damn standard broadsword, okay, but you don't start getting these upgraded steel blades and I'll swing it 4 times and it breaks. But then I get this fucking stick with a fucking leaf on it. I can use that all damn day. What the fuck? That don't make sense.
I agree with both of y'all. I agree with both of y'all on both behalves, but I kind of feel like I'm reaping this situation because it's like we kind of giving the developers a pass if we keep accepting indies. It's like getting an album. And we're getting skits.
And I love Heartless. I loved your comment on my video when I was talking about this. It was like why play games that you can play on an Apple Watch?
Right.
I'm like, I was laughing my ass off when I read that. I was like, yo, that shit deserves a meme. That deserves recognition. That was awesome as hell that he said that because that was mad funny. And I guarantee you, if I had copied and pasted that onto the page, so many people would have gotten pissed.
Oh yeah. And it's like I feel like for people who buy albums, right? And people who don't like skits, you know what I'm saying? Like a skit of people talking on the album and stuff like that. I feel like indies are skits. Right. I feel like that the indies are the skits and the AAA games are the actual song on the album. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some people enjoy skits, but a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? People just want just want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just feel like we are if we keep accepting. Don't get me wrong, indies are okay, but it's like if we keep accepting it and letting them know indies are okay, then they just gonna keep shoving it down our throats.
They're gonna keep shoving it down our throats, and they're not gonna strive to do anything better.
Right?
Because they know they can get away with just giving us indies, and that's our games for the year.
Right.
But I just don't believe that should be Xbox. Or even Sony. I don't even think Sony should get away with that, you know. And I feel that people that just accept indies as part of the Xbox culture, I'm like, do you not remember where we come from? Do you not remember like the last, you know, over like 15 years of what we've been playing? Like we're better than this. We're better quality gamers than this, and we should not accept it. You know, and if they know we don't accept these type of quality games and we won't buy them, then they won't make them because they don't make any cash. You know, like the last decent game that that they came out with was actually Gears of War 4. That was the last decent one that they actually released, and that was last year. That was like the last decent one, in my opinion. Now I know Forza 7 was just launched, so don't get me wrong when I don't know what I'm talking about. But like Forza 7 racers, I don't play racers. I don't count them as I don't count them. So like that's the other reason why. But technically, they also launched that this week along with Cuphead. So it's like, you know, they have the Forza thing backing them up, and then they have the Cuphead. So, but you know, Forza is good for anybody who likes racers, and then Cuphead is any good for like, you know, people that, you know, love that, you know, that art style and that, you know, that style of gameplay. But you know, it's just not for me, and it's just like I don't think we should support that stuff because then they'll know that they can get away with it.
This is my thing though. Now I see where y'all coming from. You buy these big budget consoles, $300, $400, $500, $600 if you bought a PS3 day one. But I get it. But at the end of the day, the whole big picture, we play video games, you play for fun. And you know, me, like I said, I've never been a big fan of, I love graphics, but it wasn't a deal breaker. Cuphead is a throwback to the old side-scrolling classics, but they did it right. It's fun. But like, I can't say go buy an indie game if it's trash. Like, can't think, I don't really play indies neither. But like, look at Ori and the Blind Forest. Again, it's considered an indie, but that game is amazing. You know, and it's better than a lot of big budget AAA games.
I didn't even buy that.
Man, you should try it. It's
I'm not even gonna buy I'm not even gonna buy the second one actually. That was kind of my gripe. That was my whole gripe with E3 this past year was like everybody's E3 was okay. By far, I think the ones that showed the most quantity and the most diversity was Microsoft. But they did it in such a way that it was like, you want games, here's indies. Sony was like, you want games, here's AAAs, but you have to wait.
You got to wait.
So like, you got to wait. So like, and then Nintendo was like, you want games, here are a couple now. So it's like, everybody had their different, things, but the ones that showed the most was Microsoft.
But technically,
they all showed it. but they all showed a majority of indies. I mean, they did have Shadow of War on their stage. They did have Assassin's Creed on their stage. They did show all these other games
Anthem,
that were.
You forgot about Anthem. That's the big one. That's the big one.
Yeah, Anthem. Well, Anthem is really an Iron Man ripoff. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if I'm gonna like.
Come on, man.
And it's not. And it's actually not Microsoft. It's BioWare. It's BioWare's baby. That's BioWare's baby. So BioWare deserves.
I mean, I know it's multi-plat, but I like how they did it because you gonna get Anthem, you want the best version, and people were picking that apart. It's just a vertical slice. What the fuck ever, man. Anthem is gonna be amazing on the X, bro. Visually,
yeah. I want to play Anthem, but if Anthem, just like comes up with us gameplay and no story, I mean, I would like to see what the story is like. Because that's because I don't necessarily. I was just having this conversation with people in my party, and they were grilling me that I would never retire from gaming, and I'm like, well, technically I game because I like competition, I like multiplayer, and if the day ever comes that I know for a fact that I can no longer actually compete, that's when I would stop, because I know that I can no longer get better. I can no longer sustain what I can do. And there's actually no point in actually playing unless it's just for fun. But I don't really play a lot of those for fun games. I play mostly competitive.
That's when you become a Sony gamer.
See, if I wanted to turn straight casual, that's when I would turn to PSN and be like, yo, Sony, you're my best friend now. But no, I wouldn't really do that because their games.
Sony got no single player games.
Their games are garbage. We're all griping on Microsoft for indies and stuff, but Sony's is straight garbage, and you can tell they rip their plot lines straight out of movies and straight out of stuff that is like so easily predictable that it's not even funny. Uncharted, those Uncharted's not interested. Especially with the Lost Legacy that looks like Tomb Raider and looks like they basically took that character from Lost Legacy. She was actually in the previous Uncharted games, but just as a side character, and this time they made her the main protagonist, which I thought was pretty dope.
The only Legacy. I'm done with Uncharted until they come out with
the only game that I actually want to play is God of War 4. That is what I will dust off my PlayStation to play that. I will play that just for that. But like the games that I'm still waiting for is Halo 6 if it ever comes out, Kingdom Hearts 3, which is what I'm dying to play, and God of War 4, and then the last but not least would be Red Dead Redemption 2.
What about Spider-Man? I want Spider-Man.
I've never liked Spider-Man games. Even when the old school Spider-Man 2 was out, I never really liked it. It wasn't really necessarily my game. It does look.
Go to sleep, man. He went to sleep.
It does look interesting, but it's not necessarily what I would like to play.
Shoot. Well, I think we should wrap it up here, fellas. It's got late.
Oh yeah, we definitely about to wrap it up. But here's going to be our closing topic. I know this is not gaming related, but this is very informative. Netflix is going to increase their prices by $2. For those of you listening, members will be notified at least 30 days in advance based on the billing cycle on when they will see a price change, the company said. Members will be notified with an email and also see a notification within the service. The price change will roll out to members over the course of next several months. It's been 2 years since Netflix prices last increased in the U.S. At the time, the standard price went from $9 to $10, while the $8 option remained the same. Obviously, they're gonna adjust these price changes right before the season 2 of Stranger Things, which is a Netflix original hit. The price, the price is going to change. The standard price, the $10 option per month, is going to increase by $1 to $11, while the 4K supporting the $12 that we have now. People who have the 12K. The 4K $12 option is going to jump $2, so now it's going to be $14 a month.
God,
they're killing us. This is why Kodi is get a VPN and jump on Kodi, and I see a lot of people doing that. You know what I'm saying? While the full, what else it says? At least for the time being, the basic $8 plan will remain at its current price. These prices are in effect to new customers as of today, while those who already subscribe will see the higher charges in an upcoming billing cycle. Yeah, so this is going to be big, people. Netflix, you guys is getting too fucking greedy. You guys need to have a seat, man. Y'all need to humble yourselves, like, for real. Like, come on. Really? Really?
I'm going to tell you why they doing it. This is what they need to go on and do. Because you know with Netflix, man, for years, I never paid for a Netflix account because my friends, I got their codes.
Yeah. Everybody's sharing codes. That's why.
And see, that's the thing. This is why they doing it. Because, like, now since I'm married, I got my own family. Now I have my own Netflix now. So, you know, and my wife has one, and she got me. I got 2 kids to stay with us, and my oldest child with her mama. They all got our Netflix codes. Mm-hmm. So you got to think, they lose a lot of money by doing this. Okay, you can share it with so many different devices. And then, like I said, in my house, I got it on my laptop, my Xboxes, my PlayStations, my TV, all of that one membership.
Yeah, and they limited it. That's why they
losing money.
Yeah, and then that's why they limited it. Like, for the entry level subscription, it's only, I think it's 2 or 3 devices. But like for the $12 one that comes with the 4K streaming, it's
I ain't even got that one.
Yeah, that one.
Got the $8.
I believe it's 5 devices.
Yeah, it's 5 devices, right? At once.
But you can put it on more than that because I got it on. Man, my kids got on the tablet. Like I said, I got my shit on a whole bunch of junk.
No, but it's at the same time though, streaming at the same time. So if you're watching,
my kids right now, they all got it going. They fall asleep. They don't even watch cable in this house. It's mostly Netflix.
But
they go to sleep with it.
I'm not necessarily struggling with that because $2 extra to pay a month is not that big of a deal. Especially with the quality of the Marvel series that that Netflix provides. Awesome. The Stranger Things, awesome.
I still ain't watched that.
That's a good show. You gotta watch it.
I mean, the new ones like Ozarks, awesome. The ones that are really stand out were like The Defenders, awesome. But you do have to watch all the other ones to understand it, which is why it got such a low rating. I cannot wait for the Punisher series. That is like what I am dying to see.
I heard they pushed it back though because of the Vegas shooting.
Yeah, that I'm not very happy about that. But
so they did push it back.
Yeah, they did, but it's supposed to still come out this year. So it's still supposed to come out this year. They just pushed back the date.
Okay.
But the series that I watch the most are the Marvel, because the next year is going to be bombing because we're going to get season 2. We're going to get season 2 of Luke Cage. We're going to get season 3 of Daredevil. We're going to get season 2 of Jessica Jones. We're going to get
oh shit. Hey,
we're gonna get.
Hold on 1 second. Let me jump in 1 second. You left off one important series. Don't y'all laugh at me. Don't y'all judge me.
Iron Fist.
Orange is the New Black.
Oh, this guy.
My wife got me watching that shit. Lord, that shit is good. Though.
I've tried watching that.
Eyes will blow that show out the water. Eyes blows that show out the water, man.
The big one is House of Cards. The House of Cards is the big one.
Yeah, that's my.
I like that. Yeah.
And but next year is going to be bomb because HBO is coming out with their season 2 of Westworld. They're also coming out with they're going to start filming the 8th and final season of Game of Thrones in the next 2 weeks. Is what IGN reported today. So in the next 2 weeks, they will start filming the final season, and that's only going to be 6 episodes. So we might actually see the final season of Game of Thrones in 2018. People.
Well, I'm gonna say this, fellas: if y'all don't want to pay the prices for Netflix, and you don't have a Fire Stick or nothing you can put Kodi on, solarmovie.eu. That's what we do in my house, and it has everything. Like, the quality, like if it's a movie come out in the theater, you might want to wait a day or two and then get a better version. But if you got to watch it the 24 hours after it released, go to solarmovie.eu, and if that ain't working, you just Google Solar Movie, and they'll send you to the site. That's like a bootlegger's paradise, man. Like I said, I go to the theater for certain movies like Spider-Man: Homecoming. I gotta watch that in the theater. Any Star Wars movie, I gotta watch that the way it's supposed to be meant to be seen. But like any other stuff, like Hitman's Bodyguard, man, we watched that when we was on vacation on that jump. Had the whole family sitting around in the living room at the beach house, and that's what we did. Solarmovie.eu, and you can search, and they got anime, TV series. They got all the shit on Netflix and Hulu that they want you to pay for. But like I said, Netflix works in my house for that price because the kids use it, and basically, I'm probably going to cut my cable off soon because the only thing I really watch TV for is wrestling, basketball, and that's about it, honestly. Shit. Anything else, if we miss an episode, we go on Solar Movie and pull it up. So I'm probably going to cut my cable off soon and save. That's like $100 to be saving off Dish.
All right, well, let me ask you guys this, and then we're going to end it. What would be the end point for Netflix for you guys? Like, what would be the stopping point as far as price-wise?
Probably 20.
Yeah, 20.
20?
I was about to say 20, because 20 is a deal breaker when you're paying for any type of service that that they gonna get it. Like, it's like this. I got basic house phone, right? Because everybody got cell phones, so they don't need to have no long distance plan. My basic house phone bill is $10 a month because I just use it for local. If I need to call outside of local, I use my cell phone. Now, if they start charging me more for local, being they know they already got me locked in because it's guaranteed, I'm going to just cut the bitch off regardless because I don't even use my house phone. You heard it ring earlier tonight, and I was like, okay. Yeah, no, we don't use it. It's either bill collectors or whatever the case may be. Netflix is going to get their subscribers. People are going to use their service. Now, when you start gouging people, and you already going to guarantee to make your money, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm just have to wean myself off, find another solution, i.e. Solar Movie. Because like I said, right now it ain't too bad. And I don't do the 4K plan. I'm doing the basic. So,
I got the 4K plan.
See, people like, yo. But my internet ain't that strong out here. I stay in the sticks, so I already know trying to stream a 4K video on my internet, I ain't gonna never get through a show.
So I just do the basic 1080p.
Megabits
per second.
So yeah, but I'm ashamed. So I think mine is around or download. I think it's like 30, and my upload is like 5. Some crazy shit. It takes me like when I do my videos I put on YouTube from the Upload Studio or whatever. It takes me literally, I got to sit there like 20 minutes to do it. Granted, I'm not doing it off a computer, doing it off my Xbox, but it takes like 10 to 20 minutes from uploading to Upload Studio, then uploading it to YouTube. But I stay in the woods, and 5-6 years ago, I didn't have internet out here, so I'm coming a long way. So it is what it is. But if they go past the $20 mark, I gotta ask them, bro. Unless they come up with some kick-ass features.
Yeah. Then
you got to weigh your options. That's my opinion on it.
I agree, and I just cut off Hulu altogether because the fact that I was still getting commercials and I was paying for that was a deal breaker for me. So I cut off Hulu and I kept Netflix, and I'm in between Netflix and Kodi.
You see, and I got Kodi on my Fire Stick, but I think they put out another app which slows that shit down right now. And I ain't really been fucking with it.
Yeah.
But I got it. I love the Tick, man. The Tick, by the way, that shit was hilarious, bro. I don't know if y'all watched that yet.
No,
I watched it off the Kodi, but it's really Amazon, ain't it? Amazon original.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tick is funny though. It's on Kodi. That's why I watched that.
But we're gonna conclude the podcast, people.
We went on for 8 hours? God,
no, an hour and 52 minutes. We in crap territory, right?
You know what though? I like doing this because, like I said, man, we talked about a lot of shit under the sun, but you could tell generally we all think alike. Except for T Reaper, he wanted to do memes with people, goats. Wow. T Reaper gonna kill my ass now. But you know the thing though, I like this shit, but we sit here, we talk, we get our opinions and our voices out. So hey, this shit here is amazing, man. Like I said, if it wasn't so late and I had to get up early, I was like, fuck it, let's go. But I got to get up early in the morning. Tomorrow take care of some family shit, which I might just sleep in and postpone it to Sunday. I don't know.
I feel you. I gotta take care of some things myself. I gotta take my truck to the shop. It's not a.
At least you got a truck.
It's not a pleasant.
I've been dreaming of a truck for 3 years.
Truck is money, man. I'm telling you that shit. Every time I look around at something, man. Damn. I'm
about to get a Dodge Ram next year, so. My brother got a Silverado, because I was like, fuck a truck, man. I just get me a trailer, but my brother bought a Silverado a few years ago, and I've been like, damn, I got to get one.
I want an F-150.
So my last...
That's what I want.
See, I'm a Ford guy, too,
but
it's something about that Hemi, bro. I don't know. I guess I got a little dick, because that damn Hemi, bro, that 5.7 liter, that Hemi, rolling.
That Z71 is something serious now. That Silverado Z71, oh my god!
Shit, my brother got one, man. That's what made me like trucks, and I know we trying to go, but he bought a 2007, a couple years ago. This motherfucker got a 6 liter damn in that motherfucker, bro.
Wee.
That motherfucker go faster than my damn car.
Damn.
God dang. But you know, that's what made me want a truck. But I just fell in love with Dodge, and I test drove the Ram about a year ago, and I got a Avenger, took it in the shop.
Well, let me tell you this: Dodge had a huge sale towards the end of the year, so just wait to the end of the year before you get anything, because there's an end of the year sale because they're trying to clear our inventory.
Yes, and I don't believe in having 2 car payments, so I got 1 car paid off. I got a minivan.
Right.
My wife wanted a minivan, so we owe about a damn $1,000 left on it. So probably by early next year it'll be paid off. So then that's when I'll be ready.
Yeah, wait till like the end of the year. Because if you wait till the end of the year, they're gonna give you not only a discount like a sale, but they also gonna postpone your first payment. Like you won't have to pay until like after the first 6 months. You know what I'm saying? They'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wait till like the end of the year, because they always trying to clear out the lot and get rid of inventory for the new vehicles. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So that's the best.
I'm hooked on Dodge right now.
That's the best. That's the best time to get it. But let's get off this podcast, everybody. I appreciate, not me, but we all appreciate you guys supporting and watching us. Again, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to T Reaper and his channel. Please don't hesitate to like and subscribe Cray Simmons Gaming TV. Excuse me, I almost choked on my spit. Cray Simmons Gaming TV.
Why people choke when they about to say my damn channel? I'll talk about gaming, dadgummit.
My bad, man. Any last words you guys want to say?
Nope. Just look out for that unboxing of Shadow of War next week. I don't know how I'm gonna film it yet, but I'm going to film it. So it's going to be filmed somehow, some way. I don't care if I have to use my phone. Ooh. It will be filmed. But I might actually stream it, so it might be a streamed unboxing. And I don't know if that box is gonna fit in this chair. So I might be standing up while I film it, but it will be filmed. And then I'm also considering if I can figure out how Mixer works in the next 72 hours. I might be consider streaming that whole game on Mixer if I can recover my footage. So if I can't, then I'll just stream it through my Elgato, and everything will be streamed on YouTube. But I'm gonna have a lot of fun next week, and I have about between 2 to 3 days to actually accomplish it. So it should be a fun experience. And especially since I get that big statue, I just don't know where I'm going to put it.
Hey, I'll take it if you don't got no space for it.
I think I just have to clear off the left side of my desktop desk, because people were saying I should get a shelf. That's because I have Halo 5 statues, I have Assassin's Creed statues, I have little Destiny statues. I have all of these antiques and stuff, and it's just I have nowhere to put them. And it's kind of funny because I have two Destiny little statues that just sit around and do nothing. But it's kind of cool. Or I might reorganize when the X comes out, so the X might be surrounded by Spartans. But the problem is, it's like the problem is like my where my Xbox sits, my PlayStation also sits. So it's like it sits side by side along with my external drives and my media drives that I watch my movies on and stuff like that. So like that space is pretty taken up, and then the games are underneath it. So it's like, but it would be kind of cool. Everybody, my mother wanted me to like rearrange how my place looks, and I'm like, well, Mom, if you can do better, and you can if you can get Dad to wire my house differently to where it does everything the same way, I'm all for it. But if you can't do it, which I highly doubt you can, because I've tried, I doubt it, because you can't wire it like you wire at my brother's house. You can't do it like you do it with my brother, because my brother's setup is different. So, and I even have a hole through my wall for my internet cords and stuff like that. So, like, it's just like it would be kind of a pain in the ass for you to wire everything again. But it should be fun because Shadow of War. I got that collector's edition, and then I have Wolfenstein collector's edition. So I actually get a Wolfenstein statue too. So I get a nice Wolfenstein statue for that. But it's more like a like one of those G.I. Joe dolls. So it's like one of those like old school like G.I. Joe things from like the early 2000s. Like it's like one of those like statues. But I was showing everybody my my mini fridge that I got for Black Ops 3. I still have that and it still works.
Cool.
Nice.
Well,
we are.
I guess it's on.
Oh.
Is it on me?
Yep,
It's on me?
Yeah. I'll let it be on you. You got it.
Check it out. I'm gonna just say this. I see my little video. Oh shit! You see my dirty house. Let me flip that. My kitchen and table look back. Look at that. We go back there. See me?
Shit.
Hey, you see me? Stay thirsty.
Damn, that shit was halfway. That shit was halfway
I'm about
full,
to
bro.
finish that. Woo! I don't do unboxing videos. I tried a Fortress Maximus unboxing, and his head fell over the kitchen table and fell on the floor. So I don't do that.
Hey, next video.
Check out my channel.
Hey, next
next
show.
Yeah, when I first started YouTube.
Next show, we all gonna have bottles. We're gonna start off the video with showing off our bottles. Reaper, I know you got some bottles. Reaper, I know you got some bottles, man.
I have bottles.
Look, hold on, wait a minute. Bro,
I know you got some bottles, man.
I just got rid of them bottle last night.
God damn!
Look, just me and my wife. Lord Jesus.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what we do, bro. My homeboy that he dipped out on me. He's supposed to be coming back, man. Me and him on his birthday.
Hey, we gotta have bottles.
Three
man.
of these.
We gotta have
3
bottles.
of these.
Next episode, I'm calling it. We gotta have bottles, man. Webcams gotta be on.
I got bottles on bottles, bro. That's what I do, player.
I'm gonna have a goose. I'm gonna have my goose ready for the next episode.
See, I'm a bourbon guy. I do vodka, but I'm a bourbon guy. I might have some tequila though. I like tequila too.
Hey, but, Reaper, I want to see a bottle on your webcam, man. On your C920, I want to see a bottle.
Well, if I complete Shadow of War before everybody else next week, so people are gonna get roasted next week.
Hey, stay tuned on Twitter, people.
We'll get roasted if I beat everybody next week.
Hey.
So that goes to an open challenge. If I beat it before everybody else touches it, I'm gonna be like, yo, there's something seriously wrong with everybody. Why am I always the first one done? This is not fair.
Beat Cuphead, motherfucker. Beat Cuphead.
No.
Beat Cuphead.
No, I'm good with that.
Oh shit, man, we got to get out of here, man. I got to get up early in the morning. Everybody, it's been a pleasure. Everybody that's watching us, it's been a pleasure. We love you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support I'm getting. This is Heartless, over and out. Peace.
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 Bacon.